Welcome to the Motive for Life radio show. This is Robert Christensen. Thank you so much for joining me at the beginning of 2022. This is hopefully an expansive, creative, brilliant year of your life, that all things become possible and that you really start to believe that self-worth, that the basis of all of your actions, of all of the confidence of your life, of all of your motivation starts with worthiness, the desire to go after what it is that you believe you are worthy of receiving. Now, remember, you have two brains working in your body. You have your conscious brain, what they call the objective brain, your objective mind. And then you have the subjective mind, which is your unconscious or your subconscious mind. And what goes on in the subconscious is often 1,000 times more powerful and controlling in your life than what happens in your objective mind, the one that you are aware of, the one that you say, hey, I like that thought, or I don't like that thought. The one that's listening to this podcast right now, that is your objective mind. You and I both know that 95% of all the decisions that are made on your behalf happen in the subjective mind, whether to turn right, left, up, down, straight, forward. You get what I'm talking about. Those decisions are made automatically for you. And only the more critical ones, the ones that I think that say, hey, do I take this job or do I not take this job? Do I marry this person or do I not? Do I want kids or not? Those big ones, those happen at the objective level, but there are so many smaller ones that are handled for us automatically. And that automatic testing zone, that automatic space where they're always bounced against a standard. And that standard is worthiness. It's that conditioning of what we were programmed to accept and what we believe we're worthy to receive. Our goal for 2022 is to raise that up, to level up your standard of worthiness, to raise to the next stage of worthiness so that you have automatic systems that select better outcomes automatically because the standard has gone up. This is a fundamental change in your philosophy, a fundamental change in how you believe and how you think and how you go about your day, how you look at yourself in the mirror. These changes are so critical to your well-being, to your satisfaction, and to your overall feeling of wellness and happiness. And that is at the worthiness level. Now, don't be confused with worthiness and self-esteem. What I mean by worthiness is you may have a very, very high self-esteem around the job you do. You believe that you're the best in the world at some particular skill set, like, woodworking or plumbing or computer science or being a lawyer. Whatever that happens to be, you may feel you're very good at that, but you may not feel worthy of financial security as a result of that skill. Your job is to change your belief system through repetitive actions and conditioning of your subconscious through repetition, repeating mantras, affirmations, sayings that reinforce what it is that you should receive. Most people have no idea where to start. So what happened with me is I had a spiritual download of something called the gift. This happened years ago. And I wrote it out based on the instructions that I received, and they are available, called The Gift, on the motiveforlife.com website. Just download The Gift. The Gift is also in my book, The Bug in Our Brain, which is available on Amazon. And you are able to take those exercises, those readings, there's 7 in total, and it is a disruptive process. Let me give you a story about a new client I have. This gentleman just started doing the gift. He's 3 days into it, and he finds that he can't sleep the first couple of days. His mind is racing along, and I said, this is pretty standard. You will have a disruption in your belief system because you're introducing a new set of thinking that is different than what you've been programmed. And because of that, the system, your routine engine, your subconscious, your subjective mind is trying to reject it because it's not normal. It's not what it's been conditioned to accept. But the objective mind, the one that wants the outcome, that says this is enough and I'm going to change, is going to discipline itself to tell the subconscious mind that this is the new normal and that this is now true. And then over the period of repetition, that 90-day period, the subjective mind, the subconscious, accepts it as true because that's what they've been conditioned to accept. And the wiring then becomes complete. And now the change becomes permanent. This is the process by which we change the psychological belief foundation of what we believe we're worthy of receiving. So when you do the gift, there's a number of ways to do it. You can pull down the audio version of it off of Insight Timer. It's an app. Look up Robert Christensen there. And there is the gift. There's two of them. There's a one I originally did several years ago to a Native American drum beat. And there's another one I did that is more along to some more meditation music. You take your pick, but you repeat them as you go through it, or you listen to it in the car. I encourage you to actually read them out loud in the mirror. It will change everything. Hang on, it is a roller coaster because you're disrupting the worthiness wiring in your body. And I'm so happy that you have embraced a change in your life for 2022 to elevate your worthiness, to level up your life, to get to the next level of self-worth, and then experience what it means and how it feels to have a new level of success, the discomfort that comes with it, the anxiety that comes with it, the procrastination, the crazy monkey mind that happens when you get success. We call that the red zone. And in the red zone, we have all sorts of bad behaviors that show up. It's perfectly human. It's something that just happens. Deal with it. It's okay. But be sure not to destroy your success that you received from the level up. A lot of people will have a very difficult time of accepting these new level up experiences, and they will take it out on themselves through other ways like overeating, maybe talking negatively to themselves, having another area of their life where they do some self-destructive or self-sabotage behaviors. They may get themselves in credit card debt. There's all sorts of crazy things that we do to destroy or tear down the success that we have found. In the red zone, this is what happens. But if you stay diligent and you're working with somebody who understands these technologies and you understand what's going on, then you too can level up your worthiness and keep and build upon that campfire and turn it into a bonfire of success in your life. I mean, huge opportunity. I wish you all the best of 2022. I love every one of you. Thank you so much for everybody who's been sent my way. Thank you so much for all the books that were purchased this last year. It was the best-selling year for the book ever. More people are doing the gift than I know about. They just come and tell me, hey, I'm doing the gift. And I go, oh, that's fantastic. I'm so glad that they are. I just want to say you give me purpose. And that just makes me feel wonderful. And I hope you feel wonderful too. I love you. And I'll talk with you next week. Bye-bye.